Nice prabhu. Oh, is that Samsung?
No, this is LG.
Give her to second day. Second bowl. Okay, another person.
Okay, so what we've done is
Prabhuji, sorry I was late, Prabhu.
Yeah.
If you want to just repeat how this one was done.
Okay, 1 second. Just film this. We're making pesto.
Okay.
why don't you just say what you did right now?
No, all we did was
Add that
add.
to the cows.
We only added the watercress to this ready-made soup.
So in any soup you can add watercress.
Did you come to my house?
No.
This one is doing good in winter. Like, is it winter stuff?
Yeah.
It's going right
It
now.
hasn't froze yet.
Yeah, it's
As soon
nice.
as it freezes, it'll die.
So it has to get freezing, actual freezing temperature.
Okay.
It's been I think the lowest in the 40s.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're ready to make the pesto.
So you go the other side.
I'm not trying to work with it.
Yeah, put that back.
Okay, making pesto is not difficult.
You can go back there. Yeah, that's okay.
You just need a Vitamix, that's all. Or any blender. A Vitamix is especially good. You begin with olive oil. You have to be generous with it. And then we put the blanched almonds into the olive oil. The way you blanch the olives, you heat it, or you just soak it in water, then you heat it a little bit, and then it comes off right away. Okay, so now we're going to begin by blending the almonds. You start slowly.
आप लोग थोड़ा पीछे लगे।
Why don't you do that over here so you don't block the vision? Take it away. Okay, so we begin with slow blending. There has to be enough olive oil that it turns easily. And then we increase the speed. Okay, as soon as it does that, it means there's not enough liquid in it. Not enough olive oil, so add some more.
It's not done.
By the way, this is the way you make almond milk also. I'll show you how to do it. But you don't use olive oil, you use water. Drink a little water. Sometimes you have to move it around a little bit to get it to grind more uniformly. Grinding like this, it's slowly turning. It means everything is being ground. I added a little bit of water to get it to the point where it all grinds. Come and sit. Now it's actually grinding everything. This is a very good grinder. It has a strong engine. It's 1 horsepower engine. Most grinders are not as good as this. This is an expensive grinder. It costs up to $400 or $500. It's the best one you can get for a home experimentation, let's say, and production. This is not an industrial grinder, but it's close to it. And you see, we got a very nice blend. And
wow.
Okay, so now to make pesto, we're going to add the watercress. We're going to add some salt, a little bit of hing, and that's about it. Very simple. I'm also going to add some daisy. See now, first I ground up the nuts. If you put everything at once, you won't get a uniform grind of the almonds. You have to first grind the almonds, make them uniform. It's like a paste now. Then once it's ground like that, then you can add the other ingredients. we're going to chop these up again. I'm going to use mainly the leaves and the very thin stems. Now this is all chlorophyll and minerals now, and vitamins. The almonds have minerals and vitamins also, but not as much as the watercress. Now we'll use all this also in the next thing we're going to make. Okay, so now we need some salt and the pink salt, and we need the asafoetida, pink. So we're going to add a little more water. Again, it's grinding. You have to be a little careful now because it's got water in it, so it can splash up. Okay, you can take a look. Okay, we don't want to overwork the machine, so it starts heating up. This hasn't heated up yet. A normal machine would have heated up. Okay, that's why this is good. Okay, so we're going to add some salt. Yeah, you have powdered red salt. They have it.
You can sit back now with this. Yes.
What is the difference between this
No,
salt
we can
and
see
the
there.
regular table salt? Why? This is better?
Yeah, because regular table salt
Sit in.
has been
Can you see?
No, you can sit there. No, we can watch there also. You can ask
regular
questions.
table salt. They've taken the minerals out of it. There are about 90 trace minerals in normal unrefined salt. They take that unrefined salt into a factory and they extract all the minerals and they sell those minerals to chemical companies. So that when you get normal table salt, you're eating 100% sodium chloride. Now, about 40, 50 years ago, the government mandated salt manufacturers to put some iodine back in that they took out. So now they say iodized salt. Because if you eat only pure sodium chloride, it's very detrimental to the health. So they put a little iodine back in. What?
Salt. King is
No,
not
they have
there.
it.
Yeah, I asked her.
It's just back here.
I've been searching. I'll search.
Okay, so I'm going to add some salt. This is Himalayan pink salt. There's also mine salt. This is a mine salt. There's also sea salt that's unrefined. It comes from France. And there are other places. There's salt all over the world. There's salt in the coast of California also. But when you get unrefined salt, you have the 3% or more of natural trace minerals. So it's not just sodium chloride. If you just eat white table salt, it's like a poison. I'll give you an example. Let's say this young boy washes his hair with salt. Would he be able to comb his hair after he washed it? No, you wouldn't be able to get your comb through the hair. So when you eat that white table salt, that's why people, they get an arm like this, or they can't move their arm, or it hurts when they move their arm. They get all stiff, right? And eventually they become a hunchback because it is very detrimental for the bones and the body chemistry. The body is based on balances of sodium and potassium, of acid and alkaline, etc. So when you take too much sodium chloride, it causes a lot of health problems.
This Watercress brand, okay, like, is this the powder form of this salt?
Yeah, this is called Himalayan pink salt. All right? Kirkland sells it. Many people sell it, not just Kirkland, right? And that's the raw form of it, right? But there's also unrefined sea salt from the ocean. Usually comes from Europe. And you have unrefined salt mined in the United States from Utah. And that's what I sell to my factory. And that's from ancient ocean beds. And it's usually, uncontaminated. Now, in modern oceans, some parts of them are contaminated nowadays. We have so many ships, different. So, and this is a mine salt also. So, you want to get an unrefined salt. Then it's a health food. If you get the normal salt, it is a poison. If you eat 4 tablespoons of normal salt, nobody's going to eat that. But if you did take 4 tablespoons, they'd have to take you to the hospital right away. You'd pass out.
Is it good to use low sodium salt? Sometimes we get low sodium salt.
Well, it depends if it's a natural product or if it's manufactured. Always stay with natural things. Like, for example, there was an article in the newspaper today that says that people who are taking muscle-building supplements, people are taking supplements for weight loss with a lot of green tea extract in it. It is causing serious health problems. It's contaminating the liver, and then some people die from it. Now, these are natural supplements, right? Bodybuilding supplements. You see those big cans like this in the health food stores, the bodybuilding. A picture of somebody's abdomen, all full of ripples, right? Now they're finding out that's causing liver damage because it's not natural to eat such highly concentrated extracts. All the things I sell in my factory, we don't sell any extracts. We only sell pure natural herbs because it's balanced by nature. As soon as you take the herb and you extract out some constituents of it and then you concentrate it, it's unnatural. Although it's natural, it comes from a natural source. It's unnatural to have it in such high concentration without everything else that's appearing in the natural plant. See, this plant has calcium, magnesium, potassium, has vitamin A, vitamin E, vitamin this, vitamin that. Has all these minerals and vitamins in it, and enzymes, because this has not been cooked, so it has natural digestive enzymes. It's a balanced food. But you take this and extract out things from it through a chemical process or even a natural process, and then you concentrate it and you put it in a little pill like that, and people say you just have to take one pill, that's enough for a whole day. Well, it's not natural for the body. This is a natural vitamin, mineral supplement. It's already balanced. Those other things that you buy in a health food store, they're not balanced. They're concentrated, and they have to do that in order to patent it. They have patented process of extraction, patented process of mixture, and so forth. And that's the way they make money, and they promise you quick results. But oftentimes, you pay a big price, much more than the price on the label. You get liver cancer, or you get high blood pressure, or whatever, you know. So this is grain-free asafoetida, or ekadasi hing. I make this, and it's made with natural hing from Afghanistan, and coriander powder, or dhania powder. Right. Okay, so here we added some salt, we added some hing, and it has olive oil, it has some water, and it has the watercress. So you always start slow. And you increase the whenever you make a large container of a liquid like this that's thick, you should not be in a hurry. If you're in a hurry, you'll burn your machine. Now this machine has a safety mechanism on it where if it gets too hot, it stops automatically. And it won't start again until it cools off. But cheaper machines don't have that. So what usually happens is that people think, oh, my machine can do anything. They pack it full of things, they turn it on, they force it, and all of a sudden it stops and never starts again because you burned it. So you have to be careful. It's better to make smaller quantities of things and do it in 2 steps. In fact, I might just do that now because it's beginning, at least this part is beginning to heat up. So now this is almost finished. It's like a sauce. A pesto is a little bit thicker than this, so we'll thicken this up somewhat. But what we'll do is let's get another bowl. We'll make it in 2 batches now, because once you get up here, it gets too dense, and it's not good for the machine. Although this machine can do it, but if you do too many things like this, even with this machine, you wear it out. Okay, now the other thing we're going to do, we're going to make some sandwiches with the pesto and the watercress. Once you have the pesto, then you can do many things with this. This is a way to trick your children into eating healthy, raw food. This is not cooked, right? It's all raw. Okay, so we're going to do this in 2 times. So I'm going to add a little more of the watercress to thicken it up some more. Now all this was picked fresh this morning, so it's not coming from Mexico, it's coming from Redmond. And it's fresh picked from a stream of clean spring water. See, the machine's not struggling anymore. Let's see it. Now it's beginning to get a little thicker. Not as much yet, but it's thicker. But we'll do a little bit more. I'm going to concentrate it with watercress. We'll add some more basil. Okay, this is about done. Okay, it's a nice green pesto. So, now we're going to do several things with it. Pesto, you can do a lot of things with it, especially for kids. Pesto is the greatest way to trick your kids into eating healthy food. Yeah, take some spoon. So, we're going to do a mix of pesto. So here we have some rice. All kids like rice. Now this rice has already been offered to Krishna. So we're going to take some pesto. Now you can either leave the pesto on the side or mix it like this. I'm going to taste it first just to make sure there's enough salt and asafetida. Hare Krishna. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now, don't forget, this has almonds in it, and watercress, and basil, and olive oil, a little bit of salt, and I'm going to add a little more salt.
The rice doesn't have salt in it, that's all.
Okay. Well, we don't want to